Today we are going to discuss about simplex method. So simplex method, there are two different types of methods are there in simplex. One is maximization, another one is minimization. Okay. So here this is the first problem, maximization problem. The given problem is a maximization problem. So max z is equal to 5x1 plus 7x2 is an objective function, and subject to constraint they gave three equation and non-negative restrictions. X1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So in case if it is minimization, if it is given like minimum z is equal to 5x1 plus 7x2, in the sense what you have to do, you have to, instead of minimization, you have to change this minimization into maximization problem by multiplying this equation, this entire equation by minus 1. Okay. So now z is equal to minus 5x1 plus 7x2. Okay, sorry, minus 7x2. So maximization, if it is given, so no issues, you can have to take just like that. If it is minimization, if it is given, you have to multiply with minus 1. Okay, the entire equation you have to consider as you have to multiply with minus 1. Okay, see here, subject to constraint 3 equation is given. So the sign, equality sign, you have to check it. So all the sign is less than or equal to sign, so no issues. So if any one constraint is in terms of minus, say for example you have x1 plus x2 is less than or equal to minus 4. Okay. So if you have, after inequality sign, if you have any minus sign, then the entire equation you have to multiply with minus 1. Okay, the entire equation you have to multiply with minus 1. Say now the equation first constraints become minus x1 minus x2 and less than or equal to 4. Okay, so after inequality sign, you have to make sure all should be in positive. Okay, these two things you have to check it. So first one, if it is a maximization problem, so no issue, you have to take just like that. And if it is less than or equal to symbol and all are positive symbol, no issues, you have to consider this equation and you have to follow the procedures. If it is after inequality sign, if it is in any negativity, if you found, then you have to multiply the entire equation by minus 1. Okay, so you have to change the sign, minus x1 minus x2 less than or equal to, this is become. So these two conditions we have to check. Okay, before going to the solution. Now in your syllabus we have a maximization problem only. Okay, so take this problem, and here how many equations are there? 3 equations. So here you have to introduce your slack variable. Based on this equation you have to introduce, say if it is a 2 equation, if you have to introduce 2 slack variable. Here 3 equation is there, so we are going to introduce 3 slack variable. Okay, this is a solution. Let slack variable be S1 and S2 and S3, because 3 equation inequality sign is there, 3 equation. So 3 equation we so that we have to take 3 slack variable. If it is a 2, we have to take 2 slack. If it is a 4 equation, then you have to introduce S4. Okay. Now each subject to constraint we have to change with the help of slack variable. Say first equation is x1 plus x2 is less than or equal to 4. Okay, we are going to change this sign into equality sign. Okay, x1 plus x2 and introduce slack variable s1 for first equation. Okay, similarly for second equation introduce s2 and make it into equal sign, and third equation plus s3 and make it into 30 equal sign and constant 35. Is it clear? Okay, now we introduce S1, S2 and S3 for 3 equation. So now objective function also we have to change it. Okay, the standard linear programming problem, your objective function is maximization. What is your objective function in the given is 5x1 plus 7x2, isn't it? So 5x1 plus 7x2, we added 3 slack variable now. So for that we have to introduce 0s1 plus 0s2 plus 0s3, because there is no value for slack variable, so we have to take 0 number here. Okay, this is your objective function. Now take down this table. C, Bj, Cj, Sv, x1, x2. The variable we have only x1, x2. No, the given problem x1, x2. If you have x3, then you have to introduce x3 also. Okay. So how many variables we have? x1, x2 and s1, s2, s3. Okay. And here it is a solution and this is a ratio. The ratio formula is solution divided by pivot column, PC. Pivot column. Okay. And here you have to introduce how many slack variable you introduce? 3, isn't it? So S1, S2, S3. If you introduce 4, then you have to take S1, S2, S3, S4. If you introduce 2, then you have to take S1 and S2. Okay. This is next row is Zj and another row is Zj minus Cj. Okay. Now I am going to enter the values. Cj is nothing but the constant value of your objective function. Okay, constant the numbers of your objective functions. What is your number for x1? For x1 your coefficient is 5. For x2 your coefficient is 7. And s1 your coefficient is 0 and this is 0 and this is 0. Okay. Cb also you have to write down the coefficient of your slack variable. Slack variable is 0 and 0 and 0. Okay. Correct? Now slack variable coefficient is 0, 0, 0. So I have given all zeros. Now you have to, for first constraint, you have to write down the number. What is your first constraint? 1. First constraint is x1 x1 plus 1 x2 plus 1 s1 is equal to 4, isn't it? So I am going to put 1 here and 1 here. For s1 is 1 and there is no s2 and s3. So you have to put 0, 0. And your value here it is given after equal sign is 4. So you have to write down 4. Similarly, write down first, second equation and third equation. Now I have written all the coefficient of second equation and third equation. Here only S2 is there, S1 is not there, S3 is not there. So we have to put 0 for S1 and 0 for S3 and S2 is there, so 1. And third equation only S3 is there, so S3 you have to give 1 and remaining is 0. Okay. Here after equal sign, what is the constant we have? That constant we have to write down. Okay, in this column. Is it clear? Okay. Now we have to find out Zj. This row values we have to find out. So what we have to do? First you have to take this x1 variable. Okay. Multiply with Cb. Okay. Cb is 0. 0 into 1 is you will get 0. 0 into 3 and you will get 0. 0 into 10 you will get 0, isn't it? Add this all the zeros, so you have to put it here. So here all the values is 0. So if you multiply with 0, you will get this row is entire row, you will get 0. Is it clear? Now z minus cj. Okay. Z is this value and cj is this value. Now you have to subtract 0 minus 5. So you will get minus 5. 0 minus 7, you will get minus 7. 0 minus 0, you will get 0. 0 minus 0, you will get 0. 0 minus 0, you will get 0. Okay, is it clear? So now we got minus 5 and minus 7. We are going to subtract z and cj value. We will get this one. Okay. From this value, minus 5, minus 7, 0 and 0, we have to find out most negative value. That is a very smallest value. Which is very smallest value here? Minus 7 is the smallest value. Put one arrow here. And the corresponding column is there, no? There you mark down with pencil or with your any other color pencil, you can mark down. Okay, like this. Put one box here. Corresponding the most negative values, very smallest values, the corresponding you have to take down. This one is your down this column. Okay. Now we have to find out your ratio. The ratio is solution by the pivot column. This column is we marked, no? This column is called pivot column. Okay. Your solution by pivot column. So what is your solution? 4. For this particular row, 4 is a solution and 1 is the pivot column. So 4 by 1 we will get 4. Okay. Similarly, 24 by this pivot column is 8. So 24 by 8 we will get 3. Next one is some 35. 35 by 7 we will get 5. Okay. From here you have to find out minimum positive value. So which is minimum positive value? All are positive only. So we got minimum positive value is 3 is a minimum positive one. Put one arrow here and the corresponding row you mark down in with your any color pen. Okay. So the corresponding row I am going to mark with pen. Okay. So this is called pivot row. Okay. So now where we are getting the crossed number, which one is here? We got 8 is the see now we got one row and one column where we are getting the number is merging together, the column and row is merging together. That number you have to take, this number is called key element. Okay, write down here key element, and what number we got? 8. So write down 8 here. Okay, now here this corresponding variable, no, for 8 the corresponding row, which one is S2. So S2 is called leaving variable. Okay, S2 is called leaving variable, and your column variable is X2. So X2 is called your entering variable. Okay, you have to write down, so otherwise later it will get confused. Okay, key element you have to find out from this row and column. 8 is the key element. Corresponding row S2 is your leaving variable, and the corresponding column X2 is your entering variable. So this you write down somewhere, it will be useful because we until positive value we have to repeat this iteration. This table, the first table is called initial simplex table. Initial simplex table. Okay, this first table is called initial simplex table. Okay, so in this table we found z minus c all are negative and some zeros are there. Okay, so this is very important. So we until positive value we have to repeat this iteration. Until we have to get positive value, we have to repeat the iteration. Now the initial simplest table, we got one table, we got negative values. That's why we are going to do again this kind of table. We have to make it. Okay, because we got z minus c in terms of minus. That's why we have to do the first iteration we have to do. Okay, so the first iteration, so which is your entering variable? So your leaving variable is S2 and entering variable is X2. Okay, entering variable is X2. Okay, that you keep it in mind. So leaving variable is S2. So what we have to write here? S1, and leaving variable S2 is, you have to ignore S2, and entering variable, which one is? Entering variable X2. So this is very important. So that's why we have to find out leaving variable and entering variable. S2 is leaving variable, it went, and X2 is your entering variable. Okay, and S3 you have to take as it is. Okay, now ZZ. The next row is ZZ. This column will not change. Okay, the same, you have to, don't forget to write down Z values. And now we have to write down the coefficient. What is the coefficient of x1? Is the given problem is 5, no? So 5 is the coefficient, and 7 is your x2 coefficient, and this is 0, and this is 0, and this is 0, isn't it? And similarly you have to write down for s1 coefficient is 0, but x2 coefficient is 7. Okay, you have to write down 7 here, and s3 coefficient is 0. Is it clear? And so now what is your key element we found here? The key element we found 8, isn't it? So this box is there, no? This box you have to convert this one into 1. Okay, convert this box into 1. So how to convert this 1 into 1? Already 8 is there. So if you want number 1, so you have to divide this entire values by 8. Is it clear? Then 8 by 8 we will get 1, and here it is 3 by 8, and here it is 0 by 8 we will get 0, and here it is 1 by 8 we will get 1 divided by 8 we will get here, and here 0 by 8 we will get 0. Is it clear? The key element, we have to convert the key element into 1. Okay, so I am going to write here, convert key element into 1. Okay, so we have to convert the key element into 1. So your row new value, the calculation part I am writing here, new value of x2. So what we will get? 3 by 8 and 1, 0, 1 by 8 and 0 and 3. Is it clear? So we are dividing this entire equation by 8. So 3 by 8, 1, 0, 1 by 8, 0, and similarly you have to divide for this solution also, 24 by 8. Okay. This is 24 by 8, we got 3. Okay. So this value we have to write down here. Is it clear? So I am going to write down this one, 3 by 8, 1, 0, 1 by 8, 0, and 24 by 8 we will get 3. Is it clear? Okay. Now the previous iteration is there, no? The initial table. Okay. This is initial table is step 1. Okay. So this initial table, what is S variable? S1 values 1, 1, 1, 0, 0 and 4, isn't it? So I am going to write down the value. We are going to change this value here. Okay. The old value, this is to make you to understand, I am writing here, old value of S1. So old value of S1 is what? 1, 1, 1 and 0, 0, 4. Okay. Now this value we changed, isn't it? This value we changed it. We have to change this value also. So to change this S1, we took old value in the sense the previous table value, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 4. Okay. This value we took it here. Okay. Now we are going to find out your new value of S1. New value of S1. Okay. Is it clear? So how to find out the new value? We have to subtract these two values. Okay. This entire number we have to subtract. 1 minus 3 by 8. 1 minus 3 by 8. 1 minus 1. And 1. 0 minus 1 by 8. 0 minus 0. And 4 minus 3. Is it clear? Why we are doing this? Because instead of this key element, apart from this key element, the other to make it into 0. Is it clear? The other value we have to make it into 0. See, what is the old value we have here? 1. Okay. So we have to, if we subtract these two equation, we will get 0 here. Is it clear? So that's why we are subtracting 1 minus 1 to make it this value 0. Similarly, we have to make it this value also 0. Okay. So now the value is, we subtracted from 1 minus 3 by 8, we will get 5 by 8. 1 minus 1 we will get 0. This is 1 and this is minus 1 by 8, and here it is 0 and this value is 1. Now this is the new value of S1. This value copy here. Now I copied this value here. Now we have to change this value. Okay. So what is the previous value is 10, 7, 0, 0, 1. Isn't it? So I am going to write down the calculation part here. The old value of S3, isn't it? S3 is 10, 7, 0, 0, 1 and the last value is 35. Is it clear? Now I want this value is 0, isn't it? This value is 0. Apart from key value you have to make it convert into 1. Apart from key values, the two other value we have to change it into 0. Okay. So that's why we are subtracting from here to here to make it into 0. Okay. Similarly, this value we have to change into 0. See, if you want to change into 0, that new value of S2, no, S2, what we have in S2, X2 is 1 we have. So, if we have 7 only, if 7 minus 7, it becomes 0. Okay. The old value is 7. Okay. So, if we have 7 here, then we can subtract 7 minus 7, we will get 0 here. Is it clear? Okay. Now, this is old value from the previous table we took 10 7 0 0 1. Now we have to change this one into 0, and this one we already changed into 0. This one key element we changed into 1. Okay. Now we are going to change this one into 0. Okay. Because 7 is there. What is your new value of new value of x2? X2 is new value is this one. Now I copied this value, new value of S3 here. Now we got everything is filled. Is it clear? Now this is our key element column, isn't it? Key element we converted into 1. The other element we made it to 0 by multiplying with 7 and by subtracting, and we got other values. Other row, S1 row we got, S3 row we got.